Hello, hello, hello. I am back, back, back. All right. So we're going to be doing some Houdini mainly. Maybe we'll get into some Unreal Engine after that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into the right screen that we need to be in. And then I will set up everything else like this that I failed to do. Let's go ahead and get that banner. There we go. Show that banner. Let's do it. Do it. All right, so we got to redo. I got my little notes over here. I got to redo Elsa, and then we're going to import some clothes, get that ready, and then maybe redo another character as well because I wanted to add some butt bones, right? Some glute bones, some good old bones, whatever you want to call it. Uh, yep. Ew. Oh, hold on. Alrighty. Streaming and doing Houdini. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let's get into it. Um, let me look at my. Yeah, trying to move my chair. Let me get into my folders at least. We gotta also have to. I don't know if I. So Elsa Gens. I might already have that one, so I don't need to boot up. I don't need to boot up. I don't think. Let's see. Dash use characters. Elsa. Gens. Okay, so I got those characters, so we don't need to. So let's go ahead and get it ready. Also get this ready as well. Elsa, and I'll call it Elsa Gens New because we got to redo hers all together because of that UV thing that we found. Uh, that we found earlier today. So keep on finding little quirks, but eventually we're going to get there and I'll get my workflow down to where it doesn't take that long to do this stuff. So let's go ahead and get Dazzler Hue rolling. Click OK. Da, 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 da. Okay, so we have our ports going. Here we go. This looks familiar, doesn't it? I don't know how people work in Houdini. I've seen some of the like little nodes in Houdini, like people like doing stuff, and there'll be like a million of these little nodes, and I'm just like, God bless, man. God bless. The Elsa Gens News, what I'm gonna name it, and then we're actually gonna use all the same shite as we did last time. So let's go ahead and do this, and then where you at? Desktop. There's that Yoshi music playing, isn't it? Elsa folder, and then we'll do Gens. We don't have to redo this because the mess up was actually in Houdini, not in Dash Studios. So a little time saved, maybe. Just a tiny little bit. Doing a little bit better today. I know earlier I was kind of bummed. I'm still a little down, but man, shit's going a lot better now than it was. So let's go ahead and look at this. 5.6 gigabytes. That's crazy high. So I did some testing in Unreal Engine as well. Groom hair is still broken in both mutables and also attaching to the character. So that is still a no-go as of right now. But it looks like they're making a little headway at least. So there is that going for us. Go ahead and delete the isolated. Now let's go ahead and do our same little setup that we always do. Y'all seen me do this a few times now. I'm going to have to do some housekeeping in Unreal Engine, especially in the Elsa file. It is a nutty professor right now. What we're doing is we're deleting all this stuff from the FBX. And now we're going to be going to Albrecht. So we got to go to the name area down here. Got a lot of deleting to do here as well. And I will do my blast before the end of it to make sure that it's all working correctly and as intended. Because I was having a heck of a time with that for a while too, but I finally pinpointed that as well. I think it's right here, right? It's not a path. Path is down there. Yeah, correct. So left eye and then right eye, and it should be good now, right? Yeah, so we're good now. Awesome. So we're officially done with the import node. So let's go to skin node now. Hit that little eye. Maybe not. Got to move up. Always hit that little eye so you can see what's going on. We're going to call this Elsa Body Gens. Scooch this over. Yes, scooch is a word. If not, then I invented it and I should be making millions. Okay, we deleted all of that. We don't have to do anything else here. So let's go to the skeleton, hit the little eye. Go over here, and we're going to go to Legacy, and then GP9, UE5, like so. Now to make sure I do not hit this again, because I think that's what my error was going on, I'm going to go down like this to make sure I do not click on that again. So here's the eyes. For the geometry, we need it to be the moisture. So left and right moisture. Might take it in a minute. So I think my PC just has trouble multi-streaming to so many platforms. Because I'm doing a test right now and just running Rumble and YouTube, and it seems like my PC's moving a lot better. I don't know if it uses internal memory, or I don't know how this crap works, to be completely honest with you, but it does seem like my PC's moving better by only streaming to the two platforms. So until I get like a beefed up PC, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do a whole bunch of different platforms. Let's see, auto populate that. There we go. I think we're done there. So let's go to materials. Let's auto populate the materials. This is going to give us our textures for head, arms, legs, eyes, the whole 9 yards, breasts, goody two shoes in between. It just gets all the different materials. So we're gonna go ahead and pop all the wait for them to generate or whatever. I'm really excited for what Dean is doing in the next update. I think it's 8.3 or whatever, or 1.8.3, because he's gonna have a lot of this. It's gonna be like hardly any effort at all in the Unreal Engine side. Like the UV we might still have to do, but not over in Unreal Engine, right? So that's going to be like really something, isn't it? So fingernails, we're just going to name nails because it just makes it easier. As for the convention, let me go ahead and bring up just in case I do need it for reference. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and we're in the material node. There we go. Cool. All right, let's do this. So there's nails, toenails, which we are going to merge with nails. Mouth cavity can go to head. Pretty sure that's how it goes. Yes, it does. Body is body. This is going to be breastacular. Just renaming it for when we bring it over. Torso can just be called genitals, like so. Wait for it to finish thinking. There we go. Merge this with genitals. Merge this with gens as well. Oh my God, English. If anyone loves doing 3D stuff and they love Unreal Engine and they've always had trouble getting characters into Unreal Engine, this is by far, it's hard at first, but once you understand it, this stuff is comes second nature, and this is such a better way to get characters into Unreal Engine. No lie, no lie detected. So I encourage, like, if it get into it, man. So right eyes is gonna be eyes. Mouth stays the same. Teeth goes to mouth. This will make us. The reason why I'm putting all these together and whatnot is because it makes for rendering in Unreal Engine a little bit better, right? So it's just good. I wish I could do this. I really do. Dean said I only needed to have it above, so I could just do like this, and it would be okay. But for convention style, when I get it to Unreal Engine, I kind of want the same setup, I guess you can say, when it comes to mutables and doing the plugins or doing that plugin. So I will bite the bullet and just move it up one at a time. No worries. Eventually, one day, I do want to mess with Houdini and try and make animations or something out of it, or something like really cool, water, yada yada. Because apparently it's like really good for water. Really, really good for water. But the learning curve on it, from what I've gathered, is pretty massive. And the reason why is because of the nodes, which the nodes aren't very daunting to me, to be fair. They don't feel daunting. Understanding the different type nodes that Houdini has, that memorization, yeah, that could be a little bit daunting, but the actual nodes doesn't seem too daunting. I feel like I could pick up on it fairly well, but it is a learning consumption, right? So it takes time to learn the stuff. To get halfway decent at Daz, it took me like a year and a half, 2 years to get fairly good. Now, once I hit that 2 year mark, I feel like I plateaued and I haven't really learned a whole lot. And that it is what it is. I could learn more. It doesn't benefit me to learn anymore right now, right? So that's the reason why. I use it for my uses. And that should be the last one, right? Yeah, that's the last one. So we got all this set in stone. So let's test to make sure this stuff is working. So there's this node called Blast, which is how we check for problems, right? So let's put it like right here, and we gotta put this line right here. I'm not sure the difference between what line goes to what, but maybe you can only have 4 outputs. I don't know how it works. Anyways, I have to have that line here to check it. So we then do this, and the group that we are going to do is eyes. It has to be in the FBX. Uh-oh. Right here. So eyes, delete, not selected. So we can kind of get up on it a little bit. They look to be okay, but to make sure, because our problem is actually in the UV. So let's go to the UV setting. That is looking fantastic. So let's go ahead and I want to do a shading of wireframe like this. Yeah, that looks to be a-okay. Yep. So let's go back to shading, smooth shaded, and go back to perspective view. And we can actually go ahead and delete that. Cool. So here we are. We are back. Got our character. All right, so we don't got to do anything with the Oculus or the mesh or the clothes. So we're down here into the pose asset. Go ahead and click on that little button like so. And we're going to do bam, bam, and go all the way down here. It's the very last option. EU5, JCM, FAC, Jippin. Oh God, not the eyes again. No, the eyes are actually good, Green. You seen that? The eyes were actually good. So I came across the issue. I found out how I was doing that problem. Apparently, I was getting sidetracked, so I did the skeleton, did the materials, and went back to skeleton. It's how I reproduced it. But then when I tried to send a video to Dean, because he wanted to see me do it so that he could fix his end because he couldn't reproduce it. I tried to take a video, and it literally stopped. Like, I don't know. Like, my PC is like, I swear my PC is like fritzing, dude. All right, so we need to get a notepad going. So let's go to Gens, and then, no, I guess it's not here yet. Oh, this is, no, so this is Houdini to Unreal Engine. So I actually need to delete that. That'll give me some space. There's 6 gigs. Yay! I need to go to Dash the Hue characters, Elsa, and get this ROM list going on. Because I got to type in these ROMs right here. Typical bug. Roach out when you're trying to catch it. Yeah. That's what it feels like, bro. So for these things, I'm going to go to General, Genitalia. We're going to just add this thing. I also found this other little weird bug. I don't know if Dean knows about it or not, and it's not really a big fucking deal. But check this out. Go down to where my new one starts. Okay, so here's the new one right here, right? Now, watch what happens. Twitch gone. Did you get banned already? No. So I was doing some testing, Green. And I think the reason why my PC was struggling so hard is because I was multi-streaming at 7K bitrate to Rumble, to YouTube, to Kick, to Twitch. And I think that was just like bogging it down way too much. I'm just doing YouTube and Rumble right now to see if it does better. And it does seem to be handling better. Now, granted, I'm not in Unreal Engine, but still, even after I got done with it, you know, I was in chat with you, and shit was still going like massive slow. So I don't know if there's something to do with Elsa's file as well that might be bogging it down. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm not that savvy when it comes to, like, it's so weird because I'll be savvy when it comes to tech in certain aspects, but not when it comes to other aspects. And when it comes to like streaming and bitrate, I'm not that good. Working in OBS, I'm meh. When it comes to like 3D and that kind of stuff, I'm a lot better. It's just that's my area expertise. I'm not that good when it comes to that type of IT type stuff. So it's just, it is what it is. But here's that bug I was talking about. So I want 14, right? So let's type 14 and then hit enter. Look at that. Look at that. It did not bug on me. So what I have been doing was hitting 14, and it would go to 14, then it would turn to 15 like another one got added, right? So I got to actually add this 15th one in there. So maybe my computer is like not being retarded anymore in a lot of aspects. So let's go ahead and do frame down, and we're going to start with 721. Okay. So we don't have to type in that frame. So that's helpful. He also has another thing. I don't know how it is or what it is, but if you do left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, you can just do rights, and you can click a button, and it'll auto do less. It's so cool. But I don't know which one of these that actually is. Dude, Gen 9 characters in Unreal 5 is a nightmare. Creating control rigs that work with animation layers, whatever, you name it, nightmare. No lie detected. I don't use Genesis 8, I use Genesis 9. It's a little bit more simpler when it's Genesis 9, and with the plugin that I'm using, which is called DAS to it's called a no, it's called a yeah DAS to Hue, aka Houdini. He already has a control rig already set up for you when you're in Unreal Engine, so I don't have to mess with any of that whatsoever. Guide to walk you through the whole thing is pretty nice. I've been seriously contemplating getting the DAS to pipeline. DAS to Unreal just doesn't seem ready. Well, what DAS to Unreal are you using? Are you using the one that DAS has auto install, or are you using David's DAS to Unreal? Also, his focus is not so, excuse me, is not so much on gens either, right? He has geographs that goes over, but uh his main focus is not it's trying to get a lot of other shit done. So let's do push, press forward, both. Oh, both, like so. Gonna copy that. V, left, V, right. Now we have push in, push, press. I'm going to put inward. I feel like it's a better word for what's going on. The DAS to Unreal, DAS to Houdini is very nice. There is a definite learning curve, don't get me wrong, but luckily the guides are really detailed, really good, and Dean is like really amazing at helping people. If you catch him during the week, he's lickety split. He'll get back to you fairly quickly. Weekends he's kind of like off or deplugs or whatever you want to say, but Monday morning he'll be like, phew. All right, so you're using David's. Also, does DAS to Hue work with Genesis 8 or just Gen 9? It does work with Genesis 8. However, the guides are based off of Genesis 9. He will pipe in and say the differences on the pipeline for when it comes to Genesis 8. Like, for instance, in Houdini, for Genesis 8, you got to do the eyes different. So for Genesis 9, you use left moisture and right moisture for the eye geometry. In Genesis 8, it's a different set of stuff, but he does specify. See, and it should be more. Okay, we'll do more, just like that, and then do V, and then even more, like that. There we go. Cool. See, what do we got left now? But yeah, I generally love the DAS to Hue pipeline, but you know how it is. You got to pay for Houdini. You got to pay for the plugin. At least the plugin's a one-time thing, right? That's the cool thing. But it is really amazing. So push press to side. Okay. Press to side. Both. And once you get the hang of it, you can really pump these things out. I'm still tweaking my shit, honestly, but I can get a character to Unreal fairly quick. It took me 2 weeks the first time, on and off, and then now I can do it in like a couple hours, maybe 3. Okay, push up both. Okay, push, press up both. And then left, and then right. Yeah, the DAS EQ stuff looks great from what I saw. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. And he's always making things better too. So you got to keep that in mind. Like he's about to cut the workflow in Unreal Engine to get the character functioning by probably like 20, 30 steps in his next update. So it's going to be really good. And you can do all kinds of stuff in here too. Like you can just add and just at the click of a button make changes that are just simply amazing. All right, go ahead and click on that little eye, export. Go here, go to desktop, and I'll be able to talk a little bit more once I have this character exporting, because it does take quite the few minutes to export. So let's do Houdini to Unreal 5, Elsa, and then Elsa new gens. Yep. I want to make sure shit is right. So yep, that's right. We need to go to pose asset, and we need to have gen pose asset animation ticked. We need to have expert pose name ticked, skeleton curves ticked, and that should be everything. So let's go ahead and I think we're ready. Export with selected options. All right, let me catch up with you real quick. I spent literally 2 weeks, 15 hours a day. God dang, you got a lot of time on your hands, brother. 7 days a week trying to get a working IK control rig on the Genesis 8, and I don't know if I'll ever get it. My game has been on hold due to this lack of ability. Well, my friend, let me bestow upon you some knowledge. Happens to the best of us. My game, I thought I'd be done with this character probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I'm going to have a lot of characters in the game that I'm trying to create. But I only need about maybe 8, 10, 12 characters that needs the whole 9 yards, right? Boobs, all that stuff. Once you get that workflow down, it's going to go a lot quicker. But as for the control rig, I will actually, dude, I will show you how fucking easy it is for the control rig with the Daz to Hue. So here's his guide. Let's get to the Unreal. So we're in the Unreal portion. The majority of this right here. So you pull, he's basically saying you pull in your character. Bam, here's your character. He already applied the materials because he explains it right here in his other guide, right? He only wants the material for this, which is actually one of the hardest parts dealing with the Daz to Unreal. It took me a minute to get unconfused on this part. So once you get that done, still dealing with it right here, and we're already at 35 or 55 over there, as you can tell on the pages, right? So now it's looking good. Okay, cool. He's still working on it a little bit, still working on it, messing with the UVs so that it looks right, and now it is looking right. So this is how hard it is to get all the stuff working. So the reason why I ticked the gens pose and the asset pose is to do this, creating the Genesis 9 pose asset. So basically you go to, it comes in a notepad, and I'll even show you it. Here it is. So we got pose assets. You go here, gen pose asset name. Pops up with this. You hit Control A to select it all, right? And then, you got to import it first. So we're going to import it. It just brings up an animation, and you got to make sure that the SK mannequin is selected, because that's the skeleton he's using. And then bam, you got your animation right here, right? And then you go and double click on the animation, create a pose. Then it brings up, you save it, and then it brings up this. You literally right click on that, paste all, cool. Now you go to your animation blueprint, add it. Sorry. This is the that blueprint, not your character, but I mean, I guess it is technically your character. You post that, then you go to post, and then This is your control rig. This is what I was leading to. This is how easy it is for the control rig. Go to post. You use this control rig. You go to rig, and where you at? Rig and where you at? Use this rig right here. Basically the same thing in a sense. And then you're done. You go in, you test it, and as soon as you pop in your character, make your character sequencer, you got your control rig right here. Fully functioning with all the morphs, curves, and everything from Daz to Unreal. Simple as that. Pretty cool, huh? And he has it for Genesis 8 as well, control rig and all that. He has it for Gen 8 and Gen 9. About 5 minutes into this export. It's going to be a minute. I might have to switch out beers and get a cigarette in this time too. I think I've seen you before. I'll just call you Nuv. Are you copying pose from Mesh? Hold on, let me see if I can't read this right. My eyes aren't as good as they are. Are you copying pose from Mesh in like Manning or Quinn's animation BP? I stopped doing that because it wasn't allowing me to use morphs since Quinn was driving my Gen 8. So what I just exported, I have the morphs that I need and want and can use in Sequencer. Now, you can't go into the skeleton mesh and go to import morphs. You can't do it that way, and you can't or whatnot, but while you're in the control rig using it in Sequencer, you can use those morphs. So you already have all the morphs there that you need, if that's what you're referring to. Yeah, I think I've seen you. Do you watch WP Guru? I think that's where I seen you from. I think I've seen you in his chat before back in the day. I don't got any time to watch people anymore, sadly. Ooh. That beer just slapped me in the head. Ugh. Let me get a smoke while this is exporting because we still got like 10 minutes. I'm gonna grab another beer, and then I'll be right back. I'm not even gonna play the animation or anything. Fuck that noise. Who doesn't? Yeah, I do. Who doesn't? Well, I don't. Not anymore. He's a cool cat. He's a cool cat. I like him. Unfortunately, his work and my work are completely and utterly separate. So I come to him for questions, and half the time he can't even answer it because he's not trying to do the shit that I'm trying to do, right? I'm sorry. Nicotine is a killer. It kills me and it kills you. You gotta wait on me and it kills me physically. But I love it. Either that or you downloaded the game from F95 and you saw my game there. Probably not. I don't download too many games from F95, like at all. Although mine are there too. I just go in there, pop in and check and see what's going on every once in a while. I've been noticing a lot more Unreal Engine projects on F95. I like that. I feel like Ren'Py is going to slowly drown away as Unreal Engine slowly takes over, because Unreal Engine is reaching all freaking points of existence when it comes to that stuff. They're centralizing everything. What is this game, by the way? I might have seen it. Look, Green, you played every fucking game. So every H game you've played. So you probably have played this game. All right, go ahead. Plug your game in there. Nuve. There's no way I'm saying that whole name. I am not literally point proven. My literature is not there. No, Ren'Py will stay majority because it's easy for beginners. For now. And Noob says, I smoke too. I get it. I get it too. I understand. Feel ya. Harvesting corruption. Okay, let's give it a little look off screen. What is harvesting corruption? Somebody knows how to do some renders. Oh, you just put your game out there, looks like. Pretty realistic characters, which I have to commend you on. I get so tired of cartoony characters. That's a pro. Like I said, like the renders, so that's good too. No offense. Some are a little dull, but some of these are really good too. You might have actually tried to make that scene look dull. Looks like you're pretty good at getting roughly around 3-point lighting. Oh, and by the way, when I say dull, this is what I mean. I haven't checked chat, but just in case, like dull as in like it looks like it's all one color type thing, rather than you're outside, sun shining, that kind of stuff. That's what I mean by dull. And what I mean by good lighting, let me see if I can't find one that you can actually. Yeah, I can show this one. When I say like 3-point lighting, that kind of stuff, you see how like you got this light hitting here, and you can see it here. So that's what I mean by. A lot of people can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what you got some experience, to say the least. Not bad. All right, let's see some of these tags after I'm done looking at these renders. Is it just one character? It looks like it's just one character. That's all it's being viewed anyways. Maybe there's more. Let me see. Look at tags. Where's your tags at? Animated corruption. Couldn't guess that one. So it's a one female, probably female protagonist, corruption. No, so Green Arrow did not play this one, I can guarantee, and I haven't even read chat yet or anything, because he does not play as a female protagonist. He refuses to. Let's see. Got the HJs, got the M's, RPG. So the RPG aspect's interesting. Interesting. Voyeurism, which is nice, along with some P. Strip, tease, adventure, and the V word. Can't forget the V word. All right, not shabby. Let me go ahead and check on chat real quick. Oh, I missed a lot of chat. Can't find it. Let's see. Well, it's just a demo. I ended up switching to Unreal for the same game. Oh. Alrighty then. Well then, little buddy. Enjoy the learning curve. See, thanks. Yep, I started to learn how to code. I still suck at coding, but unfortunately, I have connections. So, Green Arrow is my coding buddy, and he's awesome and amazing. When it comes to 3D, I tend to ask Chris or Jay, and they can kind of direct me into where I need to go because half the shit I want to do, they have no clue about. So it's all about connections. Oh, female protagonist, that explains why I didn't look at it. I came from a film background. See, I could pick your brain. I didn't know nothing about no photography or filming. Now, Willie, which is a good friend of mine, he is fairly good about film. He has a film background as well. Unfortunately, I can't come to him every fucking 5 seconds about that stuff. 10 characters in the game. Only made the demo, though. If it's for VN Rimpy, is superior, though. Correct. Oh, well, no. Well, yeah. Well, kind of, yeah. Kind of. So, you will use the VN Rimpy, right? As your game engine, I guess. You would use Unreal Engine as your renderer versus DAZ. Because you can render an Unreal Engine in 2 seconds of render versus DAZ. If you can get it all together and figure out your workflow for that. Me, personally, I didn't. But we wasted quite a bit of time, which is good because our export now is at almost 18 minutes, and it looks like it has moved on to the other character. If it's for VN Ren'Py, is so superior, though. It really is for, like, coding-wise, if it's just a VN. Technically, you could still do it in Unreal Engine, and I think you could probably do it better in Unreal Engine. You can make your own little backgrounds, your chat boxes, and stuff like that. And I think you can have it pop better in Unreal Engine. But the problem with Unreal Engine is you would render the renders. You would have to then take it into, Photoshop, Lightroom, whatever. And then you're going to be bringing it back to Unreal Engine because it's not going to make images pop as without it. Unless you, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I haven't dove into it like all that much. Unreal Engine VN are so unoptimized. Well, I'm trying to think of how to put this. It's because people don't know how to use it. It's because I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, bro. I'll give you an example. What's that fucking game? Let me think of that name of the game. Slim is the dev. The game that he's making has a fairy in it. He still does it in Ren'Py, but all of his work is in Unreal Engine. But I can't remember. I know it's Slim. And there's a fairy in the game, but I cannot remember the freaking game. But all his work is done in Unreal Engine except for coding. He still uses Ren'Py. But I still think you can have better results with Unreal Engine. I do. And you could probably make some bomb-ass fucking mini games like you just stated. All right, so this export is now done. We are now done with that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I'm going to close out of Houdini. We're gonna pump up and open up and get running DAZ because I got to redo Bella's clothes. Well, the chest, anyways. Just gonna discard and quit that because I have bad luck loading files in apparently. So close out of that too. Oh, I guess I could go ahead and plug myself too. So, anyone that does subscribe on what the fuck? Okay, anyone that does subscribe on Rumble as a paying subscription, I will make them a monthly render of their choosing, and send it to you through DMs on Discord. So you have to join the Discord, but monthly renders, whatever you want. I will go back and forth with you because I don't have all assets naturally, limited space. So we'll come to a happy medium. Can't be like, so yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I got only like maybe like 2/3 of that, But anyways, you'll get a render every month, being a subscription on Rumble. All right, so let's go ahead and open up our character. Where is my character actually? Oh boy. Oof buggles. Yeah, I just invented that word. You chuckling at me? Yeah, oof buggles. All right, let's try and look at Elsa clothing too and see what's going on before I have any more oof buggles. Or if you want to make it, oh, I already read that. Sage, just say you don't do gore. Don't do gore and gay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I wouldn't cross that Rubicon either. No, I wouldn't make renders of that. But the majority of people that be watching me, it's not about that anyway. So now, if Green Arrow asked me, hey, make me a furry just because he loves it so much, yeah, I'll make you a furry, Green. Noob said, good word. I hear you. I'm hoping that has my character that already has the boob setting, but we'll see. We shall see. Fuck off. Don't make me come to Florida with a shotgun. Well, first of all, you're not going to be able to do that. And I'll tell you why. You come to Florida and you're from France. First, you got to get your visa. Then when you get over here and you get a shotgun, knowing that you're going to be going back to France and you can't have the shotgun, they're probably not going to let you have a shotgun anyways. But if they do, I'm fucked. Shotguns are loud. You use that shotgun and you shoot it, you're going to be like flying backwards. Just telling you. You have to come to Florida one of these days anyways. Forcing you little by little. Just go to the hood. I bet our hood is not even as bad as y'all's hood. Unless you go to like maybe Los Angeles area and New York area, the hood might be a little bit worse. Don't need legal guns to commit a crime. Fair. No argument detected on that front. Cannot argue with that logic. You are absolutely correct. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take this and this. We're going to delete. Let me zoom up a little bit just so that maybe YouTube or ScrewTube doesn't yell at me and try and ban me. And that's the reason why I like Rumble too, by the way. Rumble, I already hit up the higher ups on Rumble because they were small when I hit them up. And they already replied back saying, because I said, I do 3D art. I'm taking characters from one engine to another engine. There's nudity. It's showing stuff. He's like, dude, it's art. you're good to go. Awesome. So I don't got to worry about that from Rumble's perspective. Do got to worry about it from YouTube's. Let's see. I need the Bella Della. Bella Della, Bella Della, Bella, 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 Della. So let's look up Bella Della. What we got going on? I'm directly in between Orlando and Daytona. I'm sorry. I'm directly in between Tampa and Orlando. Let's see. Let's go ahead and... So we're actually not too far away. Dark eyes again. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. That's how this character is designed. They don't come out dark, though. If I try to render this, they're fine. I just need the top. Is it this one? Why does this one say preset? None of the other ones do. That's the reason why our shit's coming out the way that it is, dude. That looks familiar, doesn't it? I am going to go ahead and apply the coloring, even though the color doesn't come out how I want it to come out. It comes out as this, even though I pick the red one. Well. No, I'm not in Kissimmee. If you go to Florida and you look at the map and you point directly in the middle, I'm somewhere in there. Like, dead even. Like, this way and that way. I used to live over there. Now, I'm in Little Puerto Rico. Is that what? Little Puerto Rico? Oh, shit. Little Puerto Rico. It's funny because we have a town over here that I call Little Mexico. Ah, shit. That's too funny. So here's a problem that we have between Daz to Houdini to Unreal Engine, I think. Don't hold me to it. We're about to test this shit. All right, so maybe. Might be a problem. So I got to take this, right? And what we got to do is jack up the smoothing. It did absolutely nothing. Are you serious? Oh. Maybe now it will? No. It has a smoother. Oh, enable smoothing. There we go. I don't even think I need 10 on that bitch. Let's go with 5 and see what we get. All right, let's go with the 3. Okay, let's go with the base 2. So I just had to enable smoothing. I don't know if I like that or not. That doesn't smooth it out either. I don't know if I like that. It looks like it's literally pasted, you know what I mean? Dazzle simulate to make the no clip. Well, I don't need to, it doesn't take the simulation. That's a problem. If I simulate this and I take it to Houdini and then I take it to Unreal, the simulated end result will not occur. But I do think it takes the smoothing into effect. Yeah, exactly what you're saying. Pretty sure that's what's failed in Unreal because smoothing may not be... Yes, that's what I think too. That's exactly what I think. But if I take away if I take away the breastacular, right? If I take that away, and the regular boobs are back, those do carry over. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on. But I do know the outfit that I just sent over, I had to do a lot of smoothing for the bra and the underwear. And they are working in Unreal Engine fairly well. Fairly well. So maybe? I don't know. Anyways, so when we're exporting this stuff, got to make sure you got some of the frames. I think it's like you have to have at least Dean said the first 10 frames. I'm going to keep them all. It will take longer to do the exports. Better safe than sorry. So what we're going to do, we got to create a file. So dash to hue character right over here, right? Do this. And I already got all these items over here, right? So I can delete this. Score me another 4 gigs of space on my hard drive. And now we can go ahead and new folder. And do Bella Della Chess. Let's go ahead and do the send to Maya. This has to be animation. Go ahead and get rid of this. I'm just gonna name it Bella Della. Almost like what's that one commercial where it's like something Dilla, or it's a beer commercial anyways. So Bella Della. Like Milladilly or some shit. I can't remember. We do want to bake the subs. I got to actually get out of this. We have to check these subs on this. So let's go ahead and look. And it looks like the sub D levels are 0. We're going to change those to 1. No problem. There we go. And now we are going to export. I already know the other ones are at 1. That's the reason why I'm not checking those. So send to Maya. Animation and do Bella. I think it's Belladonna, honestly. I'm saying Belladella though, so Belladonna. And do that. Bake. We want all these to be 1 because that's what their sub is on the stats and settings. This is what's weird. Is it has this witch top and this add-on, right? That's what's odd to me. Anyways, go ahead and hit accept. And accept. Here we go. Oh, my Lord. Contains pivots. Oh, yeah, because I still have the staff. I'll just ignore it because I'm not even going to use it. Nate may need to make clothes work in the end. Yeah, something like that. I don't know how we're going to do it, dude, but we're going to do it. Little by little. I feel like the closer mutables are to being complete and working, things are going to start clicking pretty good. Yeah, Belladella. That's right, Belladella. Don't be hating. Man, I had frames drop? Oh, man. I'm having frames drop now. Why? What's that? Wish I would have known that. You could have got me the beer instead of me buying that beer. Oh. Or you can give me some more if you want. No. I tried. I hope not either. Yeah. Well, we'll see what's going on. Will do. Yeah, so this may happen. We'll see how it looks in the Unreal Engine. Now it's a waiting game. I guess after this character getting exported, I can start working on and redoing Ivy, because we definitely want to have butt bones. Gotta have glutes. Right now she's gluteless. Well, they're actually covered, but because of the export they're showing. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with titties hanging out. But, I mean. Hopefully I was on frame 0 when I exported this too. Because that also needs to occur. But at least from this point I'll be done. Like if I can get done with this portion and then also move to the Ivy portion and get done with that, at least I'll be done with the Daz and Houdini section, and I can just work in Unreal Engine. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow. Is the reason why I'm streaming now too, by the way, because I just found out that after I'm off work tomorrow, I might have like a little bit of time, but not enough to really stream. And then I got to go pick the wife up, and we're going out to dinner, which I literally just found out like an hour ago. So apparently I'm going out to dinner, and I'm going to have me some fucking steak. Because poor man does not get steak that often around here. So I'm gonna snack some steak, man. Steak is where it's at, and it tastes freaking delicious. Maybe I have like a steak and like a baked potato or something. I don't know. I mean, we pretty much go wherever we want, according to what the wife said. So I don't know. I told her, she's like, "What do you want to eat tomorrow?" It doesn't matter. Just pick anywhere. So I'm all up like, all right, call Gordon Ramsay. I want a meal. And she kind of gave me that fucking stupid look, like, really, you dumb motherfucker. So I was like, okay. How about McDonald's then? So she gave me that other stupid ass look, like, really, you dumb motherfucker. So I was like, okay, let's go with like, I don't know, some Ruby Tuesdays or some Mannings or something like that. Yeah, the steak's really good. Man, I'm really thinking about. Maybe I'll tell her we'll go to Manning's. She'll probably be okay with that. They got some really good food. Oh my god, dude, so good. All right, so we got that now taken care of. So let's go ahead. I think I'm done with Daz for now. So let's go ahead and close out. But it's like really expensive too. That's the problem. Oh, my shit just like lagged the fuck up. There it goes. I was closing out a Daz and that shit was lagging. I seen that shit. My eyes were shut and everything. I'm like, oh my god! Of all the times for the lag, why is it there? Okay. Boot up Houdini. I'm going to Houdini disappear, bit. And jump into this again. As you can tell, memory issues. Black screen versus my normal blacktop background. I mean, given the quality of the food in the U.S., I don't know to expect from your good standards. Well, you know what? That's what I gotta say to you, Frenchie. If we weren't paying so much fuck-ass money to y'all's retarded-ass EU stuff, and y'all had to supply your own freaking defenses, y'all be fucked. And y'all be like, what's free health care? I don't know what that is. And then they'll start putting poison in food. Be like, we got to kill people quicker so that we can survive. Just saying. Just saying. Be careful. U.S. decouples from every freaking country. Shit will hurt. But you aren't wrong about the food quality in the U.S. But there are changes being made, which is good. Which is good. But as you know, it's a slow thing. Just found out about the dyes are going to be going bye-bye. What was the one I just read about? I forget. I know they passed the can now be sued if someone's injured, and also the is not mandatory. I did that for YouTube. And but they did something with food. I forget what it was. That was really recent. I forget. See, look at that. I did that and I said that, and YouTube viewership literally just went to zero. Did I get kicked off of it? The growth hormones won't. Probably not. I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, we got nukes, no need. Don't need the US. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, Frenchy boy. If that's how you think. You might have a nuke. It might work. Depends on if a pro. You know what? I bet you what. I bet you if you go to little Frenchy dude's nuke and you look on the side of that thing, it'll probably be like Free Palestine on the side of the nuke. And you trust that thing to be launched? Just saying. That's gone. The meat stuff? No. That is actually being cut. What you're saying, clone meat or what they call it, lab meat? That's what you're referring to, right? Lab meat? Yeah, that's actually being cut. So yeah. All right, so let's go. Did my music just die? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So let's get into this and let's go ahead and so there you start talking about that kind of stuff and your viewership literally goes down to one. Pretty sure my one viewer is Green Arrow since he's talking. I ran everybody else off talking about the quality of food. Let's see. Dasty Hugh. Like the viewership. Yeah. You killed it, man. Bringing up the quality of U.S. meat. They're probably like right now, like leave and they're like eating cheesy poos and they're like, fuck that Frenchie, man. Fuck that Frenchie. I got to give you shit. But there is a lot of subsidies going to all of Europe from us. And if we decouple in that, it'll force y'all to, fork out money in that regard. And I feel like a lot of the quality around a lot of the stuff that you have going on would end up going down as well. Let's see. We're going to call this Bella Donna Chest. And we're going to do this. Let's go to that. I need to delete that. Wrong folder. You dumb fuck! And I didn't save it. We leave because T-Man said American beef was best in the world and Green said it was trash. I'm gone. Well, the beef is actually going to be getting better. And I'll tell you why it's going to be getting better. First of all, it's going to be naturally beef over here. We got a lot of farmland. But a lot of that stuff, the regulations dealing with that, have been cut and neutralized. So that's good. Hey, Mr. Cage. How you doing there, buddy? But other than that, dude, we got all of South Africa's farmers now, bruh. So they're going to be farming too. Now we got America farming, South Africa farming. Y'all can't compete now. Just saying. But no, I'm glad they're getting rid of the lab grown shit, and I'm glad they're promoting and getting rid of a lot of that stuff so that our quality beef is a lot better, right? And you can find it here in America, but you got to really look for it. It's not like for the masses, or whatever you want to call it for, right? So I'm glad that things are at least getting a little bit better, right? So I got to reopen this crap now and redo all of it. So yippee ki on that shite. How am I? Day started out rough, but the more I drink, the better it gets. It seems to be the going rate right now, anyways. Yeah, I had a rough start to the day. A rough start. Doing better. Made some progress in Unreal Engine. The project's coming along great. Trying to get Elsa set up on her clothing and stuff, so then I can move on to a third character. I want to get about 10 of these characters in. I only got like almost 2 in, and then go from there. Try to actually get the project working with inventory and equipment is going to be the next goal after I get these characters in. As long as we can stop China buying land. No shit, dude. Now, if you do got time, remember, there is beer there you can buy. But I understand if you can't. Okay. Aye, aye, Captain. All right, so we got to get our character in here so that we can get this damn thing in there. I can't believe I forgot the freaking seg and export. So now I got to do all this crap over again. Yeah. China. We'll get the European treatment. They'll get chased out of the land they bought in Africa. I don't think so. Not everywhere. Not everywhere. Hell, in Arizona, that shit just got vetoed down because of that. Dude, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's going on in Arizona, bro. Arizona is all kinds of fucked up right now. I don't even know how to begin with the problems that Arizona's got going on. But, yeah. That got vetoed out. That was the only list in the bill to keep China from buying farmlands near military bases. Not even in Arizona, just near military bases. And freaking gray-haired clown was like, veto that. Bitch is nuts. All right, let's get Belladella in here. Probably help if I spelled it correctly. That would be funny if they get chased out of the lands with pitchforks, like the good old days, right? That'd be so funny. Like, bring the fires. Oh yeah, we got to go back and go in here. And oops, I did not mean to click that. Do that. And then click on this. Enable smoothing. Where you at, Mr. Smoother? There it is. There we go. Cool. All right, so I got to redo everything because I actually got rid of the staff as well. I am on frame 0. We got to change Belladella on the sub V to 1. Now we can do this again. File, send to Maya. But before I do that, I want to delete the old Maya shit because I don't want it to have like some kind of spoof. So let's go ahead and get rid of dot. And then animation. I'll call it burp. That's what I call it. Put all these at 1 because that's, oh my lord, what it needs to be at. Here comes the hiccups. Accept. Check. Accept. There we go. What we got going on? I mean, they probably won't do like Europe and leave. I don't know what they're going to do. I just know there's a lot to fix. And I'm glad I'm not in charge. Go away. Hiccups. I fucking hate hiccups. I hate hiccups more than sneezing. Chinese mentally is something else? What do you mean? Like mentally as in like crazy, or mentally as in like their fortitude is like really strong? Oh God. I hate hiccups. Still not gone. And how they work. Can you go into detail? Basically, it's I can fuck others up if it benefits me. That's different from the Democrat Party. How? That's different from the Republican Party. How? Because that same logic applies to them. Ever heard of Chinese car law? No. Maybe I have. I don't know. If you run over someone, you have to pay for the damages. But if they die, you owe nothing. So they'll run you over, turn back to finish you off. So they don't have to pay. I don't know about that one, bro. You have to give me some facts on that one. Give me some proof. That seems fucking cray, dude. Maybe they're doing that to decrease the population, though. Because there's a lot of cars in China, right? A lot of people in China. I don't know how the ratio of people driving, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard there's a lot of poor in China, too, that can't afford cars. That's how the Chinese works. So what you're trying to say is if I go to China and I get a car and I see GGGP, not going to say the actual name because YouTube will censor, and I run him over and he's breathing, I got to back over him and then I'm going to pay nothing. I somehow think something will still happen to me. They don't need to decrease it. They are in desperate need of young women. Yeah, well, that's because you sow what you reap what you sow. So you could only have one child, so everyone kept the male, right? And then 20 years later, like, oh man, we have a problem not having any females. So now it's like, oh, okay, cool. We're gonna lift that, start pumping out babies. It's gonna take 20 years for them babies to get to where they're ripe. Just saying. Oh, no, you don't. Because he is the CCP. All right, we're going to go ahead and get on the SIGIN now. Untick this, tick this, type in here. Don't ask me what the fuck it does. I have no clue, but you got to do it. We're going to go ahead and go to desktop and SIGIN exports, and right here is just fine. And we're going to do that, and we're going to export as so. Everyone is equal in communist countries, but communist members are more equal than others. Fair way of saying it. China got issues because they wanted to limit childs, but they work like medieval Europe. Correct. So what you're trying to say is you need a bunch of liberal women to go to China to supply China their women. I would say send them over there for 1 year, right? And then they can come back. And then after that, you'll have no more liberal women. They'll either be dead, slaved to make babies, or they'll come back completely renewed. One of the three would happen. Educated guess. If you got a girl, they bring something with the wedding, and they take care of the parents of the groom. So you had a girl, you kill her, or make her disappear from the record and work for Apple in the mine. Oh my God. Work for apples in the mine. Okay. Fuck that horse. What's bad about that country is how much people talk about the propaganda of our country. China's even worse. And no one can get into China to tell stories, really, right? They are so locked. Everyone bends the knee. Elon bends the knee. YouTube bends the knee. So you couldn't get any information out because that stuff gets shut down so quickly. Yeah. It's a sausage fest. I got you. You need more women in the video game. Since population increased not much, they have too many boomers. Correct. And they need a workforce that can't be supplied right now. Correct. Unfortunately, I've been hearing this now for about 20 years, and it still hasn't happened. So, you know what I mean? I guess it may be equivalent to what we hear about with like the debt ceiling. You know what I mean? That's my guess anyways. I don't know. I know very little about China other than like I think the people that I've met from China were really cool. Well, not from China. They came from China. They're like really, really cool. Japan is almost a death sentence. I've heard that as well. Yet they're still existing. But yeah, I heard that as well. Like none of them wants to have babies. I don't understand. Because if you go to Japan, they're all family oriented and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why ain't they pumping out more babies? I heard like the morals there are great. It's clean. Life is great. They don't accept anybody. Like you can visit Japan. You can't live in Japan. You have a limited time to be in Japan because they want to keep it Japan. Why aren't they pumping out more babies, I wonder? What? Like, in America, the reason why people ain't pumping out babies is due to money. They work too many hours. That's not an excuse. Man, I work a lot of hours. I can still come home and hunch. So when you slap that bitch, be like, get on your knees then. Oh, I'm almost done. Now spread your legs. And then bam, you got a baby. It's that simple, Japan. Start making babies. They work from sunrise to sundown. I don't think they all work sunrise to sundown. Your laborers may. How you want to get a girl? The same way everyone else does nowadays. You got a fucking cell phone. Dude. Everyone be on that Tinder fucking hit and shit like that, bro. Just saying. You be at work, flipping your burgers or picking your cherries or whatever the fuck they grow over in Japan, cherry blossoms, tending your flowers, working on your IT shit, whatever. And all you gotta do is be like, easy, man. They work. It's like they are at work, but they're not efficient. Well, then they aren't at work. Because traditions is not to go away from work before boss is gone. Well, maybe that is the reason why Japan's not having babies. I don't know. I can only speak from the perspective of this country. But eventually, like, I feel like, so baby making was like this, and now it's going like this, right? And when shit collapses or problems happen, there's going to be another U-turn like this. And I think it's going to come back bigger than this hump, right? Because I know it's been a steady decline like this. Everyone shows the fucking graphs. Oh, we need more babies. I get it. But the reason why you need more babies is because you're trying to do a Ponzi scheme for shit that costs money. Now, once everything that requires this ceases to exist, your birth rate's going to go back up. I don't get how you don't have more viewers, man. Also, people leave a like and comment. I appreciate that. Mr. Cage. Yeah, I mean, I'm just one of many faces in the sea. And I mean, I like Rumble, but I don't technically be like some of the other ones that you always be seeing on Twitter. And, you know, I call them out from time to time. I defend them from time to time. So I'm pretty much in the middle. But I do love the whole platform because I've never been censored. I've never been banned. I've nothing like that. Versus YouTube always smacking me. So I'm just one of many faces. And you got to think that I'm doing 3D. That's what I put in my title. I'll occasionally talk about politics. Whatever gets brought up in the conversation, I talk about, right? But I am a very niche in the whole industry. Even in YouTube, there's a couple people with maybe like 30, 40,000, subscribers when it comes to like DAS and stuff. When you get to Unreal Engine, though, there's a lot more subscribers. I will say that. There's some people with, 3, 4, or 500,000 subscribers. But not on Rumble. I'm like one of few game devs on Rumble. It's a very niche over here. Very, very niche. Let me catch up on chat. And climate propaganda, baby costs the planet. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about with the whole climate thing. Are you talking about man-made climate change? Yeah, you're completely right. But there's always going to be a climate change because the world is turning in a circle like this. So, of course, there's going to be climate change. Technically, we're still in the ice age because there's ice at the polar caps, right? So, yeah. Same here, man. They do not like me. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I gotta... When I call them out, I do tend to get answers. But I think that's because I rarely, I never overstep. I always word my shit right when I do say something and I tag Rick Rack or somebody in. I normally always get an answer or a reply. And I might do that like once every couple months. And then I defend them a couple, every now and then I call them out, like the program. I'm like, why am I getting more viewership, but the money's going down? I mean, something's weird. And I'll comment on other people that's already said it and stuff. So I know they hear that. I know they hear it. You are real. That is what matters, Tone. Yeah. I have a hard time, though, keeping my... Oh, my God. I guess you can call me like a little bitch or a woman or whatever, but I do have a hard time with feelings and stuff, right? So when I go after somebody, I tend to go after hard. And I've been really like on Twitter and everything been. So I think that's helping me too. I'm learning my Musa because I used to. You can ask Green Arrow. I went ham on some of these fuckers, not Rumble, but because generally I like Rumble, but I will call them out. But yeah, I've been learning to Musa. I guess is the best way to put it. Like I got a follow just from Green Arrow on Twitter just so that he can see my crazy ass posts because I do be going ham on that shit. Sage was like, "Where money?" And they wired it 2 days later. Yeah, I did do that. So the first time I got a payout, right? They said it wasn't even 2 days later, dude. It wasn't 2 days later. So they said it would take 8 to 14 days. And I did a payout on Rumble. And it was like day 10. And I simply said, I know you said 8 to 14 days on a payout, but that's kind of ridiculous. You know, it's not word for word what I'm saying, but it's on the premise of it. I have to go back and actually find out what I said verbatim. But I'm like, what's the premise? Sorry. So why is it taking that long? It shouldn't take that long. You should be able to pay out in a day, 2, and then the transfer process like a couple days, and it should be there. You're giving it to PayPal. PayPal's instant, right? So as soon as they receive it, you got it. Why is it taking 8 to 14 days? I posted that. Literally 2 hours later, I got a notification from PayPal. Boop! You got money. Sage is Elon tier on Twitter. Yeah, right now. Oh God, yeah. I haven't. It's dude. I've made it a week without going nuclear on some of them clowns. So I've been doing all right. Like right now, I'm going ham with Harmeet Dillon and posting shit because she was defending. How do you say it? SKHR. Ska. Praying at Congress. I've been going ham on that one now. And like, freedom of religion. And I'm just like, bitch, you a lawyer. You know the Constitution. Now learn how the country was founded. Asylum. You come to our country, our culture. You asylum to our country. So why are we having prayers in Congress? Anyways, we're done here. We can exit out. I'm off my tangent. Green Arrow sure knows how to get me fucking rolling on that shit. Belladella dress. All right, so let's go here. Now we're going to go to... There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And then that's few characters, Elsa and Belladella. What the fuck? Where's it at? Oh, I know. I know why it's not there. Hold on. Got ahead of myself. So I got to take this and that's to Hugh as well. Let's go ahead and open up Belladella and also SAG. So let's get SAG clothes in. Get that in. Belladella. Yes! We have success. We have success. The only problem with Twitter is the fact that the same reason I have a problem with YouTube. Like, you might not get seen on Rumble unless you have the right people promoting you. I get it. Cool. But at least everyone's on a fucking fair plane. For the most part, right? when it comes to Twitter and YouTube, it's like, oh, did you say that? Deboost, deboost, deboost. Until you're so deboosted, you'll go and look to see how many people are watching you, and it's like -10. It's like, how is that possible? It should not theoretically be possible. -10, you either have 0 or a positive amount. How's it -10? But it happens, man. Just saying, it happens. All right, so what we're gonna do now? That's all fine. I guess we can do the Albric cleansing. Delete that. And look, Green. It might work after all, bro. According to UK new law, I'm a terrorist. You are too. I think I heard about that. But it's going for appeal, right? Let's see. Should I delete this? Should I go through the whole motions? Let's go through the whole motions just to make sure. It might. I heard it was going for appeal. And I heard that it is creating a major ruckus over there. But, I mean, that country's lost anyways. I feel like most countries are lost at this point. The globalists won, which is probably like a cabal of like 100 people. I think I'm gonna get steak tomorrow. I think I'm gonna tell the wife. I'm like, well, what can I say? Oh, I gotta take what? Why is this? Hold on. Is that right? That's wrong. Like, well, you offered. Now you gotta pay. We going to Manning's. We're gonna have a steak bit. Simple as that. You know what's funny is like Manning's steak is like better than Outback, which is a steak house. Ooh, maybe you know what? Maybe we should go to what are they called? I can't think of the word. Shit. Where you go and you order something and they got the whole fryer thing right there, and they're it starts with an H, and they're doing tricks and shit and doing all kinds of stuff, and they make your meal right there in front of you. Hibachi? Is it hibachi? I think that's what it is. It's called hibachi. Maybe we should do hibachi. Let's see. I need left eye, right eye, right? Yeah, it's hibachi. Maybe I should get hibachi tomorrow. Like, I'm so excited. It's like I've never been so excited. It's like almost like Christmas. Go to bed early just so it comes sooner. It says possible namafold. So when it says possible namafolds, what do I tick? Is it this? No. Oh, it's just a warning. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, gotcha. It looks like it's poking through right there, doesn't it? We might have a problem there. I do not know how to fix that. Dude. This whole stream has been a waste, man. I just realized I didn't do no UV shit on the Elsa that I exported, so it's a waste. It's shot. Fuck, man. That 20-minute wait, gone. All that work, gone. I'm going to redo it. Here's what it is. I just got to start slowing down and double checking my shit, man. That's what I got to do. All right, so we got our character in here. I don't really need a whole lot. I do got that deleted. And what made me what reminded me of that was I was about to have to go through the materials, and then I realized, oh fuck, I didn't do that. It is what it is. So I'll just say Elsa, let's bring this over. I mean, it is what it is. At least I had fun talking to you guys, right? Eyes, mouth, tear. I'm gonna make another one. This is gonna be called the Bella Donna chest. And it's going to be this and that. All right, done there. Do the skeleton. Kind of curious on something too, so we're going to test something new too. I'm going to go ahead and go back into here. I don't need to do the eyeball geometry. We don't give a fuck about the eyeballs in this, right? So I'll keep that there. I'll keep that there because we're not doing anything whatsoever with that. We are going to have to do the materials. Yes. Let me get a smoke. I need a smoke, and I need a new beer because this bitch is getting hot. Hotter than I am. Look, I got an empty box. I'm here. I'm so sorry. I'm back. Okie dokie. So we got all of our materials done now. All right. We don't really got to mess with any materials whatsoever because we're not really here for the materials. So I'm just going to keep all this the same. There's only going to be one little... You know what I could do is I could just do it all as one and then get both exports. But I feel like that'll be separating stuff way too much. I'd rather keep it very simple, so maybe not. I don't know what this is. Default map 1. Then here's top. Skirt. Sleeves. I feel like it all could be one, right? So let's go ahead and merge this with the top. Because they're not using different maps. I do recall that. Sleeves, same thing. I just don't know about that other material, hood. I don't know if that one is it or not. Or drawstrings. Oof, I don't know. I wish I knew how to check. Oof. Let's keep those the same and that material 1 as well the same. And then we're going to be done with this. We do have to go to pose asset and just select that. And then we can export. See, you can tell there's some clipping and stuff. But not too shabby. Let's go to desktop and Houdini. That. I don't have a folder for it. Okay, let's change that. Belladonna chest. The difference is we want you to export files for each shape. Selected shapes. We have Elsa and Belladonna, right? I don't need Elsa's. Just need Belladonna's. So we'll do that. I'm trying something new this time. I'm just going to do Belladonna. I'm not going to do Elsa and Belladonna. Because then I export Elsa and then Belladonna. Hopefully this just does this, right? That's what I'm hoping for. Anyways, I don't even think I need any of that either. Let's try it. See if it crashes and breaks. Well, anything else going on that's very interesting in the world? Close out of that. No need for that. Well, now we just wait, I suppose. I'll know if it works based off of what gets exported, right? So then we'll bring in Elsa and redo all that shit again. Should only take a couple minutes, and then we'll be doing another export. It'll take a few minutes. You know how it is. It always takes time when you're doing these exports. But I do want to knock out the Daz and the Houdini portion, and then I can work in Unreal Engine, let's say tomorrow after dinner maybe. It depends on what's going on. I might not be streaming tomorrow. That's all I got to say, you know. Wife's already taking me out to dinner. You know how it goes. And it's going to be some steak. So shit might be going down. So I might not be able to stream tomorrow. But I should be able to get some work done, at least off stream. Then you bring to Unreal Engine and cry. Yes, that is how it works. Indeed. But what's funny is each time there's a problem, I learn something new. So eventually, I will run out of shit to fuck up. And when I see a fuck up, I know exactly what the problem is. Just saying. I was really hoping this export would be quicker because I did not select the actual character, but it looks like it's still going to be going pretty hard over here. I wish I knew those materials, like how the materials worked. I might have been able to combine more, and it would have been a little bit quicker too. No, there is never no new way to fuck up. Of course not. Not until there's a new Unreal Engine version or whatever, right? That 5.6 though seems to be that 5.6 seemed to do pretty quite a bit of work with the mutables though, didn't it? I felt like it did. I felt like the colors were changed. We made a little bit of progression, especially when it came to the character player blueprint. Right, you saw the character now. I do feel like they're holding off on the tags. I feel like the tags were the cutoff mark, right? So they're probably working on tags now, and it's not finished. So you're not allowed to do those tags. I think once those tags are working, that's fixed, and then we got to figure something about that groom hair, right? That groom hair is like, but I think I have a solution for the groom hair if all else fails. It just won't be as, it'll be a little bit more intensive on the PC because I can make a character and make him invisible, the hair not invisible, and it's the same exact character, so it'll attach right to the mutable character like normal. That's my logics anyways. Probably won't even work out like that. I'm probably going to jump through some hoops, do 14 backflips, twiddle my ears, and cross my toes, and then all of a sudden it'll work. Oh, this sticky note can go. Goodbye, sticky note. My to-do list. One of them got taken off. Interesting. So I did have that Bella Donna outfit that I had to do. Once I get these characters in there, maybe, we can actually start trying to do your idea too, Green Arrow, where we put all the clothing to a skeleton, and that skeleton goes to the character skeleton. Find out little by little. I need to learn about that chaos that you showed me earlier today too, because I would really like that skirt bouncing back and forth. The problem is she ain't gonna be a playable character, but I'd still like it to be possible. You know what I'm saying? What if 20 years down the line, while I'm working on my game here still, I do a switch over so you play as one of the characters? You know what I'm saying? For like a scene or something. You never know. What a waste of 2 hours though. I can't believe I messed up that character. I did everything but remember to do the UVs. And I'm like, that was the whole fucking purpose of doing that, was the UVs. Dadgummit, man. I figured it would have been quicker than this because I wasn't doing the one character, but it is what it is. What's going on in the world of X while we wait? Um. Oh, I didn't even know little Kiev got hit again. That's interesting. Oh my. Multiple arrests has already been made for obscuring the operation over in Los Angeles. Awesome. He said you bring chaos and we'll bring handcuffs. Lol. What a fucking statement, bro. What's going on? No. This is still going. It's still in the morphs, man. What the hell? What the hell? Interesting. What is the purpose of this video? It's really creepy. It's a bunch of political stuff, so that's the reason why I'm not showing it on the thing. No one wants to see that shit, right? It's done. Hey, it is done. It didn't take as long. Nice. Thanks. All right, so let's take a look. I think it worked. I think it worked. All right, cool. We won't need that anymore. So let's go ahead and do file, new. And let's revamp what we just did, basically. Is it like not newing like at all? It's not. Fine. I always win. Let's go, Houdini. Come at me, bro. All right. We'll go ahead and load it back up, get Elsa back in here. We'll redo her shit again because I fucked that shit up. At least I got that Belladonna done, though, so. Let's see. There. New gens. Oh, I already deleted it. That's right. Okay. I was like, where did those files go? Completely forgot I already deleted it. All right, cool. Let's bone rush this real fucking quick. Elsa, Jin, new. That's you character, Elsa. Dude, did I fucking delete it already? Oh, no. I use Elsa Jins. That's right. Because that portion's already okay and correct. Okay. I was like, what? Did I already delete that? Like, nah, you dumbass. You didn't have to do it. So why are you going to redo it? Fucking idiot. God dang. Sage, get your shit together, brother. All right. Go ahead and get you. Hit accept. All right. We're in. Roll down. Outbreak cleansing. Yes. Delete that. Start on this one. Two. 3. Left eye. Right eye. One, 2, 3. It's 5 of these total, I believe. And then the left eye, right eye to make it 7. Dadgum, I hear those kids jumping around like mad out in the living room. It's like, man, call me all shit, brother. All right, it should be good now. Yes. Okay, cool. All right. So now we are done with that. Go to skin, shape, Elsa, new, Jin's, body. All right, cool. Body's done. Skeleton. Material. I'm going to move this down like that. Eye geometry is going to be left moisture, right moisture. Set the adjustment at negative 2.99 because that's what it is for this character. Like I said, I am like right through this shit. I also need to bring up the Dasta Q. Do that. Elsa Gens and no, not that. Elsa base. Nope, not that again. Where is my notepad? All right. All right. So we got that. Do the negative 2.99. Now, oh. Come on. You can do it. Think. There we go. Cool. Enable iOculus auto-populate. Materials auto-populate. Okay. Do not let me forget the UVs. Please don't let me forget those fucking UVs. The whole reason we're doing this again is because of UVs. Then after that, we'll jump into Ivy. Get Ivy rolling. Get her some butt bones and shit. I smell a cigarette right now. All right, cool. We are now done here. Nails. Bam. The longest part is going to be putting in those morphs. Mouth cavity goes to head. Arms, head, body, body 1. Change that to breast testicular. Genitals. This goes to Jins. By the time I'm done with this stream, all y'all will know how to work Houdini to the max and fullest. Sage, no smoking for 5 minutes. Start smelling cigarettes like a dude not drinking water for 3 days. Smell water. Oh, Lord. When I quit smoking and when I quit drinking, I could smell beer and cigarettes from a mile away. Like, the wife has a good sniffer, and she'd be picking up on all types of shit, and I'm like, I don't smell nothing. When I quit drinking and I quit smoking, I could smell that shit so far away. I remember one time, went to go pick up some money at Amscott. I'm like, man, somebody's smoking around here. I smell it. And they're like, there ain't nobody out here. I'm like, I'm telling you, somebody is smoking some shit. I can smell the cigarette. Well, we go out to the car, pretty far away, and like, there's someone like leaning against the car that we couldn't see, smoking a cigarette. I said, I fucking told you. That was pretty good though. Let's see. I got to go back to Houdini. Where are you over here? I'm looking for a particular thing. I think the teeth goes to the mouth, actually. That's how it works. Yes, it did. Okay, cool. All right, so all this has to get jammed up. Good thing there's not too many of these dadgum materials. When I get the updated version of Houdini, we got to like completely wipe that shit from this PC, Green. Just letting you know. Because I feel like maybe The version I have is bogging it down or something too. If you know what I mean. This song's actually like really relaxing. Just saying. All right, that's the last one. Nels is the first one, so there's that. That is done. Go to UVs. All right, cool. Channel. Make an operation. Move first to Yayandam, or whatever the fuck it is. Another channel. Need 2. One's going to be that. Actually, I need 3. One's going to be copy from GeoShell. Going to do Majora. And then the last one's going to be copy from GeoShell. And this one's going to be shell. And then the target is going to be body 1. Pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah. All right. Next channel. 2 more again. Move. And then copy GeoShell. Minora. All right, cool. That was the step that I forgot. So now we can go here. Oh, I forgot to insert the group. That's okay. We can do that. And it's going to be 15. And then frame down at 721. I done did this so many fucking times, dude. Let's see. Yeah. So doing this again. Push, press, forward. Both. Capital F, please. Capital B as well would be very appreciative. And then left, right, push in. Okay, push, press, inward, boat. God dang, I did it again. Capital B. Thank you. Control B, left, right, more, even more. Next one is push side to side. Okay, so push. Oh my lord, completely opposite. Push. Press. Side. To. Side. No, push, press. I will get it one of these days. See? No! I just noticed this. This is wrong. I accidentally clicked on that. That's what happened. All right, now we do left. Good thing I caught that. Right. And then the last one is push up. Like a push up bro. Push. Press. Up. Close. What's going on? Left. Right. And then nipples off. Right. Done. Export. $229 went to $729, you said? Thank you. Thank you very much there, because I would have fucking aired the fuck out. Good catch there, buddy. Good catch, good catch, good catch, good catch. All right, let's pick where this needs to go. Desktop. Houdini to Unreal, Elsa, and Elsa new. Accept. Character, yep, that's fine. Cloth asset, there's Jin. There is pose. Bam. Got the UVs this time. Everything else is good and golden. All right, I think we're about set. What am I missing? Let me check one final thing about the eyes, right? So let's do blast. Click here. And then material. Do that. Eyes. UV. Looks good. All right, go ahead and do that. Go out of UV mode. There we go. Cool. Don't export. Why not? What'd I do? What'd I fuck up? I changed it to 729. I corrected that error. I deleted about 100 gigs of DAS stuff off my shit. Yeah, I taught that before you fixed it. Okay. Yeah, I seen where you said that the 229 versus 729, but then you said don't export, so I was thinking like, oh god, something else was fucking wrong. Fucking rocking it, man. Done did this twice. Done did the Belladella. Gotta do Ivy, but ugh. I mean, we're already gonna be sitting here like fucking 20 minutes here, so I'm just chit chatting with y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna actually get the Ivy. To be fair, I might do Ivy off stream or Ivy tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I did my quota. I wanted to stream more than I did this morning because this morning I only did a couple hours, right? So I felt bad. I want to, like, on my day off, because it is my one day off, I want to at least do like 4 hours. Sunday's kind of like a half day, so I like to do to 4 hours. Sometimes I don't do 4 hours, but it's understandable because I don't work that day. I mean, it's only half a day. But during the week, man, it can be hit or miss. On the weekends, I like to do as much as I can to negate that like 35 hours of streaming I must do in order to stay in the program. Oh, Raft Swamp commented on my video, Dev Work, Houdini, and Unreal Engine 5. What did Joe say? Lurking in the murk. I love it, Raft. You just a lurk. Look, man. Look, man. Like it. Alright, let's see what else we got going on here. I hope they improve the dashboard over time. Oh, I'd really like if they do more dashboard stuff. Doing pretty good though on hours watched because I'm 7 days in. I'm already halfway there, so I'm pretty impressed with that. Doing better. Doing better. I like progress, man. Progress. I love winning in progress. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I forgot. This is gonna take a minute, isn't it? Shit, I might go out for another cigarette. Since I smelt that cigarette, as Green Arrow would say. You're not allowed to smell cigarettes. No, Sage, get back to work. Get back to work. You gotta work many hours. Many hours. But you'll be paid for it fairly. Okay, I'll stop. I thought that was pretty good, though. I thought that was pretty good. Side note about that, many hours work. What do they always say, right? They're saying, God, I need to stop talking about politics, bro. No tax on overtime, right? I was like really hyped for that shit, like really excited because I do get quite a bit of overtime, right? Naturally, I'm excited to get more money. So I actually looked at the bill, and the person that put in the bill is a complete fuck ass, and this fuck ass made so many stipulations. It's like so stupid. I get like some of the stipulations, but others are like completely like I ought to slap this fucker in the face, right? So this dude, the one that put it forth is Bacon. I hope he loses his election. You can't make over, I think it was like $160,000 or $170,000 a year. Can kind of get it, but at the same time, like, does it matter, right? Because if you're working overtime, you're working overtime, right? So that's not so much of a killer. But what really got to it is he put in, it only applies to 20% of your base pay. So when you're in overtime, you make 1.5% more money, right? 20% of your base pay. So literally, if you go by weeks, you get 5.33 hours that won't be taxed. So if you work bi-weekly, you'll get 10.66 hours that won't be taxed. Anything after that gets taxed again. So I think that's complete fucking like slithery fucking Snape's kind of shit. And that pisses me off so much, man. Like, I want to punch that fucking mullet or wig that he has on his head. I just want to punch it off of him. That annoys the fuck out of me. You don't say one thing and do another. You say no this, that means no this, right? If I say no cheating, you don't have a document saying no cheating. Except when I do it, when they do it, and between these hours and these group of people can do it, and that person can do it. No. It means no this. Simple as that. So that really bugged me and got under my skin to the point that I didn't even look at the other shit, right? Like the no tax on tip. It doesn't pertain to me. But I didn't want to read into it just because I don't want to get even more angry, right? These fucking crooks, man. They're all crooks. If you earn more than that, you are most likely not getting overtime because you are paid on the task. Maybe, maybe not. That really depends. Because when I was in Pennsylvania and I was working on the oil rigs, they call him the company man. He was the head of the rig. He was making $300 an hour. I'm pretty sure he made over that. Because I remember it so vividly. Because the worm is what they consider the newest hire. The worm. He gets all the shit jobs. He gets trashed. He gets mocked. He gets ridiculed because that's the man's fucking job, right? So they want to make sure he's tough enough to handle it mentally and physically, because it's very physically, it's real physical. So worm fucked up. Company man comes out, starts yelling, cussing him out. Worm didn't know what to do. He's just in there keeping quiet. Good response, right? Good response. And then he goes and says, and starts, the company man takes over for like 30 seconds or whatever. And he's like, this is how you fucking do it, you goddamn worm. Why the fuck did we hire your worthless fucking ass? And, he's just going at it, man. Making this dude feel like less than fucking dirt. Which, they did the same thing in the military too, right? So, I kind of get where he's coming from. They're trying to run the same kind of aspect, mentality-wise things. Seeing if you can pop you off. See if you have an attitude, that kind of stuff. So they can put you in your place or get you the hell out. He got oil over his shirt. And the dude goes and says, look what you did, you worthless ass worm. This fucking shirt's now ruined. I can't even wear this shit anymore. You know how much you fucking costed me? That's an hour of my fucking pay. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. You making that much money? Dude, I like lost my shit when I heard that, man. My boss got quote unquote hourly rate, but his number of hours is fixed. So anything over that is not counted. Yeah, that's called salary. This is a scam of task-based pay. Yeah, it's called salary here. You get base salary. So what you would work in, let's say 40 hours a week is what you get paid. Anything over that, you get nothing. Now there is another thing here called hourly salary. So you get a salary pay, and then anything you work past that, you get a reduced amount. So you still get paid, but it's less. So people still don't want to, work extra because they're not going to get paid that much. They do have that as well. Hourly workers are the only ones that can even make benefits off of overtime. It seems like kind of like what you're saying, like anyone that high normally is not even on hourly anyways. But at the same time, why are you penalizing them the most, right? Let's be honest, man. The people that's working hourly and they're getting overtime, you're taxing them to all high hell. And at the end of the year, when they do taxes, they're not even going to be paying in. You're going to be paying them back, and regardless, or they might pay in like 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? So why tax any of the overtime at all? My uncle was a district chief on the company on a company. An engineer was boasting how he got a private chef for dinner, costing like minimal wage for a month. He fired the dude because him. I agree. Who needs narcissistic people like that? That'd be me. No, but yeah, that's just kind of bad to say. Well, now go find your own shit, right? I heard it's hard to fire people in France, though, so I don't know how he got rid of them like that. You know what? I'm going to go for that cigarette, so I'll be right back. And I agree. F him, bro. I'm sorry. The nicotine was so great and fabulous. Still not done exporting yet. Holy moly. Alright, you don't boast with shit like that near minimum wage employees. No, you don't. You don't. That's fucked up. I catch the stream 2 hours and 45 minutes in. I'm probably on the tail end. Yeah, buddy, you are. It's nice seeing you, though. How you doing? Not here, man. Figured out my problems, by the way, last time you saw. So, got the character over into Unreal Engine. I had a problem with the other character. Same character, just with gens, but it's getting corrected as we speak. And I am fixing the clothes and then moving on to Ivy. I'm still undetermined if I really want to fuck with Ivy all too much. Although I do feel like I'm sobering up a little bit, so maybe I'll stick around for a little bit. How you been, man? Weekends is where it's at for me. So, yeah, I have a hard time streaming during the week. So I know I got a couple streams in. I didn't see you, and you know it during the week's hard, ain't it? I know you're pretty interested in the 3D world and assets and trying to do Unreal Engine and stuff like that. 5.6 is has a lot of improvements, I guess. It did work a little bit with mutables, but the stuff that I want corrected and fixed is not fixed. Now, I am curious. Oh, it's done. I am curious because I did get information from somebody that might be able to fix the groom hair. So I want to test that on Ivy. So, maybe. Sorry for the funny faces. I do that from time to time. Let's see. Let's go ahead and X out of here. It is done. Discard and quit. Cool. Let's get started on Ivy, I guess. Ivy, I want butt bones. Neaten. Glutes. This is Daz to use character. That's fine. I need Daz to Houdini to Unreal. That's what's got to get replaced. So let's go ahead and do that and then delete that. Go to Daz to Hue, Ivy again, and get the ROM list started. I'll pop that over there. How's my frames been? Let me look. Dropped 3,000 frames. Not sure why, but they still climbing a little bit. Ah, 3:30. I'm probably gonna be crashing out here in like 3 hours regardless, so I gotta get up at 5 a.m. to go to work on a fuck-ass Sunday. Ah. It is what it is. It'll be overtime. I'm trying to decide how much I want to actually work tomorrow. Because they're going to probably work just like a few hours and then get out. But then I could also work like quite a few hours, right? This is so weird. I call BS on this shite. It is what it is. Come on, Houdini. Boot up. Let's get some action going. Houdini, we got a video game to build. Don't get mad at me. I'm drinking. Come on, Houdini. There we go. Woo, we're in. All right. All right. Dash to you. Stupid menu. All right. I'm going to try and like, I mean, I already done this like, what, 2 to 3 times on stream already. So, I'm gonna try and roll through it pretty quickly. Hope things are good. Oh God, I mean, dude, like that. Depending on what you're referring to, 3D wise, like this, ups and downs. Life wise, this the same shit's been going on. This morning I was really bummed this morning, but I'm doing a little bit better now. So I'm still not hippity hoppity like I normally am. Like, but I'll get there. Let's see, Ivy. I want to name this character Ivy Black Water Gems. Ivy Blackwater is gonna be probably one of my favorite fucking characters, man. Gonna be awesome. All right. Probably this one and the vampire. It's probably gonna be one of my favorites. Spoilers. Let's see. We gotta go to Dash You characters. Ivy Blackwater, Fig. Okay, cool. Doing all right. Caught up with what I wanted to watch of the Unreal Engine Fest. I only caught parts of it, but I did get to play around a little bit today in 5.6. And so far, I was thinking they were going to neglect mutables, but it looks like they expanded upon it slightly, but the shit that I need is still broken. But it's moved in the right directions. Working on shaders to pull assets from different creators together to make an interesting, cohesive look. By all means, elaborate. While I put my character here to the specs that she needs to be. Like that. Delete isolated. Same BS. Like, I feel like I've done this so much, it feels so mundane, and yet I always forget like one step, and I have to freaking do it again because like El Rusho and shit, you know, always rushing. But it does look like, I mean, I feel like everything's been running pretty smooth, so I might be able to only actually stream to Rumble and YouTube, and I might have to cut out Kick and Twitter because I'm using so much power and CPU stuff. My CPU and graphics card gets really worked when using Unreal Engine and Houdini. So I don't think I can stream to other platforms like as if I was gaming. A lot of people think gaming is the hardest a computer gets worked, and it's not. Once you get into the 3D world, you realize that gaming has nothing at all compared to the work that a CPU faces until they do, you know, 3D art. That crap gets worked way harder. Think I got the left eye and right eye? Let me look. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Perfect. Encoding is heavy. I'll take your word for it. I know nothing about encoding. If encoding is heavy, what about outcoding? Yeah, I was also running at like 7K bits. So if I run to that many streams, I guess like, I mean, technically, I guess I could just drop my bit rate from 7K to like 5K, and that would make up one of them. I guess, but still. What are you talking about? What am I saying? I'm talking about how much my computer got worked by multi-streaming with the bit rate. Because now I'm not having any issues at all when I'm just doing Rumble and YouTube. Granted, I'm at 7K bitrate, so I'll refresh and say it again. But if I down the bitrate to 5K, it'll be 4 platforms, 5K, that's 20,000, versus 4 platinums at 7K, which is 28,000. So that makes up giving one platform, but it's going to be less quality. That's what I was referring to. Green Arrow is the IT guru of the channel. Let's see. Body shape name. We're going to say Ivy Blackwater. Body. And then we're going to add. Boop. 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 And the 4th. Boop. All right. We're done with that. Skin. Let's go to El Skeletono. Pretty sure that's how you say it in Spanish. And then Legacy Prison. It's not how you say it, by the way. And then do that. Good name. Agreed. All these characters have last names because anytime you play a game, you always get a first name, but you can have so much more characteristics with a last name. So all the characters are gonna have a last name. I got them all set up. I just kind of forgot what Elsa's is, but she has one as well. But they all have one. And when they get coded into the game, they're all going to have a last name. And they're all like magical sounding like. You have last names for all yours too. Well, look at you. That's awesome. Your game should almost be done, right? You're like Johnny on the spot on that stuff, right? Boop, boop. Got eye moisture left and right. Oh, hers is different. Hers is not negative 2.99. I think it's negative 3.2 something. So we actually have to isolate on this one. All right. So let's start out with like a negative 3.2. Need it roughly here. Ah! Your stream is weird. Rumble just stopped streaming, had to refresh. Fucking figures. Oh, did it? Wait a minute. Did that? That's a little over. This might be negative 2.99 as well. I hate it when that happens. Yeah, my Rumble Studios just lagged up too. I've been dropping around I dropped 1% of my frames. I got about 3,000 frames dropped as well. Yeah, that looks right. Negative 2.99. That'll work. Let's go ahead and fuck. Yes, right there. I broke my shit. You figured out the eye stuff. I did. And the weirdest thing, once I corrected the issue, I now cannot reproduce the issue. The Daz to Hugh creator, Dean, wanted a video of how I did it. And I legit went step by step in how I did it because I was like, oh, look, this is why it happened. And but as soon as I recorded it, started from scratch, do it again, Could not reproduce it. But yeah, I figured it out. Basically, it had something to do with I went bam, 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 and then one time I came back here and did it a second time, and it just continuously kept fucking up. But once I unfucked the fuckery, now it doesn't fuck up anymore. If that makes any sense. It's hard to explain, but go ahead and clear that out. We can back out here. Miss Ivy, you're looking... Actually, you're looking a little weird. Why is Ivy looking weird? Ivy doesn't have a fucking eyeball. That's why. That's why. Somehow it got added to a 1. So you got to catch this shit, man. You'll be like, you hit your scroll button and it renumbers shit. You got to be... Okay, well, that one's right, but what the fuck's up with this one now? Let me check something. No, I'll wait. Let's... Okay, now you see how they both look the same. Eye moisture left. Eye moisture right. There we go. See, that's the little shit you got to be paying attention to. Hopefully without having to spend more money. On what? What am I spending money on? I don't got no money. No, no money, please. No, no, no. All right, so let's do... Okay, I need you to remind me. Butt bones. Don't let me export without me celebrating adding butt bones. All right, let's do materials. Auto-populate. Okay. This song's actually pretty good. I like this song, by the way. I don't know what it is, but it does have a good little ring to it. I can't even keep up. Drink another beer, Sage. It helps you learn. Are they done? Nope, they're still populating. Okay, they are done now. I damn near got all this shit memorized too. The mouth stuff was kind of like throwing me off a little bit, but pretty much got this on lock now too. So how far are you into your game? Nails. Ugh. Don't need nothing to do with legs, mouth cavity. It can go to head. Head's fine. Oh, I am going to test something this time around, by the way. Green Arrow. I heard there is a lapse, a get out of free jail card. Quotes. If you put the head in the first spot, and then Oculus, then Tears, you can get away and bypass that error that we get when we try to add groom hair. So I'm going to test that. If it doesn't work, I mean, it's no skin off the back because they're both going to be the same anyways, right? So it's not a big deal otherwise. But I figured I'd go ahead and give it a shot, right? So I'm going to do. So body one's going to be Prestacular. Prestacular. The names that this guy comes up with for his stuff is crazy. This is going to be Jins. Boom. My shit's dropping more frames, it looks like. Maybe it's because so many people in my house is fucking streaming and shit too. Who knows, right? So I apologize for the dropped frames. I dropped literally 1% of my stream, which is terrible, which ends up being roughly at this point 3 minutes and 5 seconds. It's terrible. But anyways, I apologize for the stream breakage. Okay, now the song's getting a little too much, though. Okay, so right eye is just going to be eyes. Bam! Don't mess with mouth. Teeth goes to mouth. And then here's the tear and the left eye. Left eye goes to eyes. And then the oculus. So, oculus has to be before tear. So we will do that. I am going to move it, still move it up, I guess. But once I get to body, I need to move the, sorry, not body, but head. Let me just move the head to the very, no, I guess it really doesn't matter because I won't be able to see it until I already pass it. So I'll just go this way. We're looking for a head. And then we'll start the UVs after this. And then butt bones. Can't forget the butt bones. There's a whole reason why I'm redoing this shit. It's for butt bones. Ah! Uh-oh. That can't be good. Oh. Okay. We're good. I lied. We are good. Oculus goes up. Tears goes up. Oculus goes up. Tears go... Oh, there's the body. We just passed the body! And it's not a dead one. There's the head. So let's go ahead and do head. Oculus. Tears. Head. So the head has to be before nails. Nails is always the first one for some reason. Okay, so this is the last one. So this head going over to the nails. And then the oculus right below that. And then tears right below that. All right, so we are done with that. So let's go ahead and hop on this UV trip that we got to do. So we're going to add 1, 2, and 3 channels. On this channel, we need to add 1 operation. This operation is going to be that first to UDM, which I don't even know what that means, but it is what it is. We need 3 operations on this channel, channel 1. First one's the first UDM. And then the second is going to be copy from GeoShow. and it is going to be from Majora's Mask. And then the next one's going to be also from Copy from GeoShell, except we can't do a preset. Dean does not have a preset for this one. So we got to... That's a GeoShell, brother. What the fuck is going on? What did I break? I broke something. I have Breastacular, right? Okay, let's go ahead and... Let's cut that out. Let's add a new operative. Copy from GeoShell. Why, man? My lights are going out. We're about to lose the power. They stabled. I seen it fucking flickering like this, which is weird because it's not even storming or anything. Regardless, something broke here, so I have no idea. Because we have... Okay, let's go back to import. We have Breastacular right here. I'm about to lose my power. So if the stream cuts, it's because some fuck-assery shit is going on, because I just heard my fan die down a little bit and then my lights flickered. And like I said, it's not even storming outside. Some fuck-assery shit going on. So, heads up. What is going on, bro? Why isn't this working? Oh my god, it's doing it again. Let me just do one channel at a time. I'm going to delete this channel. Actually, I'm going to... There they go. Uh-oh. You see that shit? Maybe it's just my light going out. We got a strobe light going on, guys. Let me go shut off this light. Alright, it's going to be a little bit darker in here now. Hope you don't mind. Oh well. I mean, I guess I could like turn on that light or something. So, let's try this again. We're going to do the first random and then add another UV channel. I'm going to go... Oh, fuck. Add another channel. Okay, it looks like it's working now. So I just can't get ahead of myself, right? So let's do copy to Majora. Now let's add another operation. Copy from GeoShell. And now it works. So fudging weird, dude. body one. There it is. Okay, we're done. There's that done. Next portion, I guess we're done with dadgum materials now. Oculus done, mesh done, clothes done, pose asset. Okay, so this is where things get interesting. I think, maybe not. Where is it in skeleton? I'm about to go back. I think it's in skeleton here. Yeah, I messed up. Let's add glute physic bones. It's still thinking. Give it a second. Go down to the bottom. Do that. Now, I should already have this thing up. Yeah, there we go. Got our list right here. All right. We got to add one. Add, and I want to add 16 total. No. Not frame 16. I want to add 16 of these. That can go back to 0. Let's frame down 721, like so. And let's start doing this shit. Okay, press. Or no, let's do push. I get tired of redoing this shit all the time. And then push in. I'm sure a lot of 3D artists feels like there's a lot of repetition and shit. So, I mean, I guess I get it. Oh, even more. Ah, no. Yeah, just that. That's all I needed. Thank you. Oh, I forgot the B. Fuck. Not capitalize. How dare you? How dare you? Be left. Right. 732. Okay, push. Like so. Left. Right. Don't think that's ever going to work, but I have it there just in case. And then this one. Right there. Nice. All right, so that is now officially done. We got the buck bones added. Gonna do an export now. So let me double check over here. Houdini to Unreal, Ivy Blackwater Gens. It is empty. Okay, so it's already there. So let's go Houdini to Unreal, Ivy Blackwater, that one, accept. And then that's okay. That's good. Let's do pose asset. Let's do gens, pose, and then skeleton curve. Bam, just like that. And it should be good. Now I do want to check to make sure. So let's go ahead and add our blast. Like right here. Add this to that. Click on that. Click that. Delete from. And then we want eyes. Eyes. There we go. They look okay. So let's go to UV. I think they're good. Yeah, they're good. Got a little spot on my monitor. All right, we're good. So let's go back to, oh, that's already done that. So let's to perspective and click on you, do that, and we can just delete that. What the fuck? Delete. Thank you. What the fuck? What the fuck fucking broke? God damn it. Oh, the export's gone. What the fuck? There. There. The export is back. Never done that before. That's so stupid. Why would I? Whatever. We recovered it, right? Let's go ahead and export with selected options. Boop. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed me cussing and struggling through this session of, well, basically all day Houdini, it seems like. 3.5 hours. Now that we got the majority of the stuff through Daz and Houdini, the next time we'll be able to take all this into Unreal Engine and really fix some shit, although I do not like the way that this shit's looking right now. So hopefully this isn't broken. We'll find out. If you did enjoy, go ahead and hit the like, follow, subscribe, share, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to stream tomorrow. There's no guarantees because shit is going to be fun tomorrow, so I might not get to stream. But if I do, I'll be in Unreal Engine, I guess. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Woo!